Mike, Randy, you come sit up here. We can't do, all by ourselves. Oh, we're going to do a little.
Okay.
You're funny, dude. So is he a friend of yours? This is how he arrived here?
This is a friend of yours.
It's a friend of yours. All right. Mr. Joey, are you married?
No.
How old are you?
42 years young.
42. Do you have any children that you're aware of?
No children, aware or unaware.
That was funny. Are you incorporated?
Yes.
What do you have?
I have a...
Oh, look at you. You did a little chart there.
I have an amazing mother who is my controller and keeps the back end of all my companies and everything. So she sent me this. Full
Look
disclosure.
at that. That's awesome.
It was the best
So
thing I
how
ever
come
did.
Mom's not here?
I hired my mom. Oh, well, she will be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
You'll get
part
to
of the
know-
deal.
Yeah, you'll get to know
Mom's
Mom.
coming along.
Yeah, mom's coming for sure.
Okay. Good.
So I have 4 companies
Look at you.
right now.
What do you have?
I have Makeover, it's called, one
Yep.
LLC.
So you have
But
an
it files
LLC.
as an S corp
Okay.
and has a K1. I have
That's one.
another LLC.
Well, let's go really quickly, though. What income does that produce?
That right now it brings like $50,000 a year.
And what's it do?
It is a rental company on a property that I own. So
All right.
it manages the rentals for a property that I own.
Okay. So that's 1. 2.
Yep. 2 is another LLC, Hempway.
Okay.
We do goods, experiences, and media content for the hemp industry.
Oh, I love that. Okay. And how much does that make?
We did probably do 150,000 this year.
And where's most of those sales? Is it online? Distribution
No, so
through-
we most of that has been in experiences, so in events. We did experiences and a little bit of media content. We're just launching. It's a
So
startup.
give us an example, like your experience. Like,
So we do within a festival,
Mm-hmm.
we do a experiential event within an event.
Okay.
Right now, or we go to the CBDIO convention and we take up space in there and we produce an event in there. We have sponsors and other
Got it.
brands that come in, sponsor the event, vendors that vend stuff at the event. So we produce events.
okay.
And we produce
You're going to
media
produce
content.
one on September 8th
Beautiful.
in Oakland, California for the Black Hole,
Great.
the Raider Nation.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Okay. You know what that all that is?
Educating. Yeah, I know a little bit about it, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll come back to some other stuff. So 3?
So the third one is another LLC. It's a music company. Right now, it's kind of on hold, so it has maybe $100,000 worth of assets, but it's not bringing in any income at the moment.
No okay. Well, what kind of assets, like IP?
Equipment.
Oh, equipment.
Yeah, it's mostly equipment, recording equipment,
Is it sellable?
instruments, stuff like that. The equipment is, yeah.
Are you a musician?
Yes.
I like how you kind of say. So you're going to sing
Yeah,
for us or do
we're all
something?
musicians to some degree. I'm not a
really.
very practiced one yet.
No. Okay. Next.
Next one is Life is Beautiful Holdings. So it's just a holding company that holds equity. It's also an LLC.
So 4 LLCs, are they all Nevada?
All Nevada. One files as an S.
And
The
one-
others Schedule C. The others are all Schedule C.
Okay, so 4 Nevada LLCs. I'm sorry, what this fourth one does, what does it do? It's just a holding company?
It's just a holding company. It's holding equity
Of what?
of a music festival.
So no cash flow.
Currently, no cash flow, no.
Okay, so those, what do you think the value of that's worth?
I have no idea.
Has it ever made money? I mean, could you even put a valuation
Yeah, it's making
on
money. It just started making money in the last 2 years.
How?
Through ticket sales and concessions and everything else.
Is
It
this
got
all
valued
Nevada's?
at 10. It got valued at 10 million like 4 years ago, when we were losing money. So
How?
it's a
It's
subjective
unique.
thing. Yeah.
Do we get to know more about that?
How the valuation happened?
What does it do?
Well, what does it do? It produces the music festival. It owns a music festival here
In Las Vegas?
in Las Vegas.
Which one?
Life is Beautiful, it's called.
Interesting. I'm just going to like shortcut it. Okay. All right, so you have 2 assets, 2 income producers. How much do you take home of this? So let's go to
And
the.
then I have a job. I'm the executive director for a foundation here that runs an art festival, effectively. So I get a W-2.
But that's not your company,
It's a nonprofit.
which is not yours.
Nobody owns a nonprofit.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
but you didn't start the whole thing. even
I
though-
actually did I started an LLC, and we ran it under the LLC umbrella for 4 years, and then I transitioned to a nonprofit.
To a 501(c)(3).
501(c)(3),
Okay.
yeah.
And so what's your W-2?
It's 70, I think I pay myself 72,000. Oh, I'm sorry, is that for, no.
No, this is just,
Yeah, that was
this
for
is
the-
all in the income category. You just got a complicated run here, so I
Yeah.
changed colors.
And then I make from, let's see,
Of the 200, what'd you make? Do you take all that home, or are you sharing this with do you share this with your mom, partners, or is this all you?
now, let me see, this one was 50K a
So
year for rentals.
This is the rentals,
Yep.
right? See how I did that? Like
Yeah,
that.
and there's
These
one
are
more
assets
company
for-
that's not listed here, that's
There's always like that. And then there's another. That's why I kept asking, and then what? And then what? And then it keeps coming out. And
so
then
the hemp
what?
company, I haven't paid myself anything yet.
Okay,
This one from the rentals, of the 50K, I think I paid myself half of that, 25.
okay. So in total, you've made around 100.
So in total, yeah, call it 100.
I'm going to call that 100K. Is that okay?
Okay.
I call that 100K? Thank you. All right, so what do you spend?
10 a month-ish,
So you make what you,
yeah.
okay, and then, because, I mean, we got a lot of blend, so we're just going gross, like, high-level stuff, all right? So what's left over then? Anything left over? What else is over here then in your asset column? Are you putting anything away? Because if you're making that, you're spending that, you're upside down.
I've had a couple exits over the last few years. I spent or gave most of the money away. Different mindset back then. I think I have a cash account with 75,000 maybe left. It's an account I don't really see. It's just in a checking account,
Okay,
doing nothing. I've
have
got
any-
another 10 or 15,000 in cash, like actual cash off the books, in a safe.
okay.
I've got a Roth IRA.
Look at you. First one on the board today. How much is in there?
40 to 50, 45 maybe.
And it's sitting in like a boring traditional
Fidelity.
account. Ugh. Sad
Sorry.
account. See that little sad face? See that sad face? Okay, what
I
else?
was sitting back there going, oh, that's me.
I'm sure you have cryptos.
Oh yeah, I have.
Oh, and then there's that.
Yeah, I have. Well, it's not coins though. The company I invested in is
Yes.
It's a fintech development company.
Yep.
That developed a cryptocurrency.
So
gold-backed.
did you take
So
money
I-
out of here to invest in it?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so.
took money out of there to invest in it,
And
and I
so
bought
is-
5,000 shares. It's actually equity in the.
No, I get it. So the
company.
fintech is 5,000 shares?
Yeah, 5,000 shares.
And what did you pay for
They're
them?
probably at, I think they're at like $6 or something.
Okay. And then, where's that held though? Is that held personally? Or did you put it in the holding company?
That's held personally.
That would be a great place to put it, maybe right over here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good? At least, I mean, it's
Well,
not
this holding
ideal.
company was only specifically for the
I
equity
know,
in
we
this
got to put it
one
somewhere.
business.
Or we
so.
need another company or trust. Okay, what else you
Yeah.
got? Do you own
Then I
real
have
estate? Do you rent? Do you have a home?
I own a home. Last appraisal is maybe 650.
And what do you owe?
I owe 260, 270.
That's a lot of equity. Okay? You know that, right? You got,
Yeah, I actually am in the middle of doing a HELOC.
yeah, for what?
Not to use at the moment, just to have.
Just to have access to
Yeah,
cash?
just to have access to. I was looking at business lines of credit and a HELOC.
Why don't you refi for a similar cost and take cash out and make more money on your cash?
I'm open to all of it. That's why I'm here.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Did you know anything about us before Pearl drug you in here?
I actually had no idea where I was coming, to be honest. Pearl said, "Do you want to come to this thing with me? We're going to meet some great people." And I said, "Sure, I'm open." And then I looked at what it was, and I've actually been on this, I've had a total mentality shift from, not really wanting to, feeling like collecting money and things. I've made lots of money over the years. I want to let it flow through me and give it away. But I see the fallacy in that impact really is going to be driven by first building up a much larger
Good for
pile
you.
of things and then making
So
much
you've had
more
a good,
impact.
first day and a half?
Yeah, really good. And
Good.
this mentality shift started in the last year for me. I
Good.
started to go, man, I can't keep doing this and building things and selling them and then giving everything away. Like it's not sustainable. It's not.
Good for you.
My purpose isn't being served this way.
Okay.
So that's why I'm here. That's why
Awesome.
I said I'm going to see a lot more of you guys in the future,
Yeah.
I think.
Great. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Tell me about this. You got more over here.
I have one other.
Is this one property?
Yes.
You have, is it an apartment?
Yes.
Or what
No,
is it?
this is actually the home that I live in. I have 2 houses on it, and one of them I do short-term rentals out of.
Okay, so this actually is part of this.
Same
Okay,
thing.
got it.
I get rental money off the home that I live in. And
Okay,
then
I got
have
it.
A guest house.
And then what about this? Is there any other asset or liability to be, or is that just a straight income? Is there any asset in that, or is that just an income?
There's some inventory, but it's minimal.
Is most of that online?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we
Experiencing.
we sell in pop-ups as well.
In where?
We'll pop up in an experience. We'll pop up a boutique and
Okay.
sell people hemp products and educate them.
Cool. Anything else besides a Roth? Do you have 401ks? Do you have any other? Did you ever have a job?
I have a traditional IRA too. It's with Fidelity, and I think there's.
Why do you like Fidelity so much?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
another sad face. Look, poor
It's just
little guy.
I set that up like 8 years ago, and I
I'm
decided
teasing you. You know that. So how much is in
to do
there?
it. Maybe 10,000. I want to say.
Okay. What else you got?
I have another 25,000 invested into a tech company that I think is
I'm gonna run out of
pretty much
space here.
belly up at this point. So I don't.
Have you gone to try to fix it or help?
No,
Okay. So
I kind
we'll
of gave
just-
up on that one.
Okay. And then what else?
Um,
So businesses, real estate, other assets, cryptos,
nope, that's it.
IRAs.
Oh, I have a car. Yeah, I do have one of those.
Is it paid for?
No, I still owe on it.
It's fine.
I owe 20 grand on it probably.
And what about credit cards?
I have 10,000 in credit card debt at 0%.
Oh, so nothing.
Yeah, for another 9 months, it's at
Okay.
0%.
What else you got? Oops, sorry.
I believe that's it.
What did Mom say?
She just told me if it was LLCs or how they were scheduled, and
So did your mom teach you a lot of this stuff as you grew up?
we kind of learned it together.
Let's go.
Yeah, she's real sharp, little mama.
So
she
Mama's
does most of
coming.
the stuff and gets it ready, and then we go to the professionals after that with less work to do.
So do you have a whole team at this point, or are you seeing your team scattered, or what are you seeing when you see our team different than what you have?
So my team right now, I don't really have a team. It's my mom and myself, and I have a CPA.
Oh, okay.
And that's about it.
Okay. All right.
So the none, all just independent contractors.
Okay.
Well, the foundation has employees, but it's not my company. I'm actually an employee of the foundation.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I do. I have a term. I got $2.5 million in term. Thank you.
In term?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use this. You have death insurance.
Death insurance. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but you're healthy. We can, that's one exam, and we fix all that.
Yeah.
And then it's changed.
I'm
Is there a trust?
We started to do a trust, and it's not,
Does your mom have a revocable?
I don't know what she has. That's why I want to bring her.
Because she probably has her own batch of stuff. This is pretty much without her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so you
This
need a
isn't-
trust.
This is just me.
But
My mom and I started to go down the path of creating a trust for me
Okay.
last year.
Are you
and
the
then-
only child?
No, I have a sister.
Okay, are we all cool with her too?
Yeah,
Is she coming along on this journey?
yeah, for sure.
Okay. But does your mom have a trust? So this is for you. This is Joey, right?
Yes.
So does mom have a revocable? So what she has doesn't live in Nevada State?
I believe so. Mom and dad still.
Oh, they're still together?
Yeah, they're still together. I don't know I don't know how they're structured, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure they're in a trust.
Okay, so because you're going to inherit potentially, right? This is something that we didn't talk to any. That's why we love doing different makeovers, because every makeover has a different structure. So this would be mom and dad, and then obviously, right, this would flow to you at some level with boss over here telling you to do that. But then you have sister, who also is going to have some of this, right? So there's
Yeah.
all that conversation. Is she married?
She is married.
Okay, so it's a whole nother dynamic.
Yeah.
It's fine.
My guess is sister will probably get the majority of it. I don't know. We haven't.
You haven't talked about it?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it.
What?
Bad son, mom's
Bad
No,
son?
definitely not.
inheriting him.
More of a need-based equation.
Okay, I'm just going to invite you to think of the responsibility part of that.
Okay.
More responsible, more to support
Right.
versus need without,
Without responsibility.
correct.
Yeah. Short-term,
Again,
long-term.
I have no judgment, I'm just here to ask the questions,
Yeah.
right? But, those things get really serious. And then what happens in this situation if she doesn't get serious is guess who's coming to you when she blows through the majority of what could have been responsibly managed,
Right.
right? It's just,
Yep.
yep.
Things to think about.
And you have, yeah, right, things to think about. That's just my job, is to poke the bear. And then you decide to move. And if you move too far on the wrong direction, we will come chase you and just remind you of things that you should be thinking about, right, from a responsibility standpoint. Okay, so anything else? This is a good one. Are you all like, look how quiet they are, Joey? Like,
I'm confused a little bit, to be honest with you.
why?
I don't know. Because I never really do this.
Is it, all right, so I'm just going to do my own little math here. I mean, so you've got, let's just say 4, 5, 6. Depending on your valuations, I mean, you're worth what, 750-ish,
Okay.
right? So if you moves and you're a millionaire, does that resonate with you at all, or is that not a reality?
No, I want to be multi-hundred millionaire,
Okay.
to billionaire. So
All right, so what are we going to do? So we got to go make some money. How do you want to make
Got to
money?
make money.
So it seems like you have a pretty casual, like, this isn't a lot of work.
Well, yes and
Are you
no.
mostly charity raising in this position? You're you're raising money?
I've been producing some. Everything's in flux right now, too. I'm going to move into the charity raising aspect. What I've been doing for this is producing a 20,000 person event every month. So I've been underneath the weight of doing that festival every single month and haven't been doing enough fundraising. So literally 3 days ago, I had a conversation with a producer that works for us now for her to take on the majority of the heavy lifting of the event and free me
Where's
up.
the event at?
It's here in downtown Las Vegas.
Wow. Interesting. Have any of you been to it? What? Look at you.
Yeah, it's a great event. I didn't start it. It started 18 years ago. It went belly up, and I brought it back 9 years ago. And it's
What's your passion about it? What's important to you about that?
so for me, everything is human connection. It's the thing we thrive on the most and we crave the most.
But let's go use
create-
tech and get away from each other. Isn't it funny?
Yeah, right. It's so interesting. So if it's all about human connection, what connects us? Well, experiences connect us, but what about the experience? What makes us human is creativity. The opposable thumb thing is pretty cool, but apes and some other animals have that too. Our ability to think creatively and create net new is what makes us human. So any two human beings will find, if you're together long enough, something that attracts both of you that's around a creative endeavor. And when you co-create, that's the strongest bond you can possibly have. You co-create a child, co-create a human being, that's the strongest bond you'll ever have. So the festivals for me have been a great way for an entire community to come together and co-create art, music, food, dance, whatever the things are.
Okay.
So that's the passion behind the festivals and why I started creating festivals.
Any questions before we go into what we want land? So what do you want? Hundreds of, so put a number on it.
$1 billion at least.
Okay? So if you can create a 20,000 person festival once a month, you can create that in cities across the country, world, right?
Yeah, but that's not how I want to make it.
How do you want to make it?
The hemp company.
We have a vehicle for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And it is going to be the fastest runaway train in the next 3 years that anybody's ever seen.
Absolutely. It's called Hempway, and it's
Okay.
going to be the world's superhighway for hemp.
Hempway. And is it already built?
Already built, yeah. I
And
built
what
it
is
last
it?
year.
What? So what is it? Is it a tech?
It's going to be a products business, but I don't know. There's so many. I'm not clear on it. I have a business plan, but
Who's
I
in
keep
it so
going back.
far?
It's just me, self-funded. I'm the only.
So you're funding out of what's left here, which you're going to run out?
Well, no, I self-funded, but I only needed like 15 grand to get it started, and I started.
Where's your farms?
I started cash flow. No, we don't have any farms. We're retailing products.
Yeah, but you have to buy from somewhere.
Well, we're not producing any products yet, so I started on the opposite end of the supply chain. First, I went out and I got a lease on a farm, and I was about to start growing hemp, and my farmers pulled out the night before
Okay.
the lease. And
So-
then I went the opposite direction. I said, I'm going to educate people on all the uses of industrial hemp. We're going to create events and media content, because that's how people learn. You got to touch it, you got to see it. We're going to be your first experience with a hemp-based product, and then once you're in, you're in. You get a hemp shirt, or drink some hemp milk, or tap some hemp seeds on your cereal, and you start going down the rabbit hole. So I said, let's go after the consumers first, educate them, and become.
But are you product biased?
No.
Really?
Well, biased in terms of the top
And the
top
quality.
of class, yeah.
Okay.
For sure. But
And
we're
are you
not-
in a
we're-
are you in a revenue share with them
No.
by endorsing them?
Well,
I have to
not,
sit down
not
and
a
have
revenue
like little
share.
convulsions.
Not a revenue share. So right now we've just been buying and selling products.
He's like a gold mine.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Do you even understand? You're like learning. Are you ready to like put some like fast running shoes on?
I
Do you know
can't
how
wait.
quick? Well, because I haven't told you what the rest of my world is over there.
Oh, yeah?
No shit.
Here's the other thing about
Do you want to
Hempway.
co-write a book?
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing about Hempway.
It's already funded. We're going to write it next Thursday in Dallas, Texas.
Beautiful.
Are you going to be on a plane? Yes, would be the answer.
What day?
Next Thursday.
In
Dallas,
next
Texas.
Thursday? Okay, I can come. I need to be back here by Friday night or Saturday. Does that work?
That probably works.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll be there. The other thing about Hempway
They
is
think
I
we're
want it to
kidding, don't we?
be.
They think
I want to start with this ledger built on Hashgraph and be able to take gold as payment for it all over the world.
Okay, but that's complexing it so we'll get there.
Yeah.
Maybe in 6 months. Let's just
Sure.
get going. Okay?
Yeah.
So how do you write the gold thing? How do you want me to?
Coro is the name of the actual product where you can send gold back and forth.
What's it called?
Coro, C-O-R-O.
All right. So you need a whole plan around this, which is not impossible at all.
Yeah.
Faster than you think. So can we go down here for a little moment?
Yes.
What do you guys think? You know what I'm normally going to do, right? So here's what happens when you have a 501c. Your intellectual property and all that genius up there is going to get locked here and you have a set income and you're about to max it. So I would quit. If you're going to do this, being there isn't going to help you. That company can stay, but somebody else has to be here. I'm just going to do my thing, and then you guys correct it, right? Well, because I get the strategy, and then they have to fix it.
You can support that.
You can support it, but you need...
You guys have no idea the meeting that happened 48 hours ago and how relevant this all is.
No, this
I've
is
literally
really...
been contemplating
You
quitting
think we're kidding?
for the last 48 hours. That's what I've been
Oh, no, you
thinking
have
about.
to. So... Why are you guys all laughing? Do you think we don't stage this stuff. I just met him like yesterday. And he was the first person out of his mouth who says, I don't really like money. I'm like, oh, he's going to be my favorite person. Now he's become my favorite person. So this is how it all works.
We're all favorites.
In your different way. So here's your little, just like Ray, needs a C Corp. Your IP of what you have is more genius than you think, and you're not storing it. So we have to load all that up. We don't need to go back to Ray's Makeover, do we? You know what that all means, right? That means a database, that means IP, that means patents, logos, all. This is you, right? So this is Joey's brains. So Joey's
And
brains.
the IP in relation to which company? For the hemp?
All of it.
Oh, okay.
All of it, right? So you have to quit here, or all of this currently gets really tangled here. So are we on live stream still? Okay, then I'll speak around it, but not to it. So one of the largest nonprofits in the world for breast cancer is one of the largest lacrosse players in the world in Australia. Speak to that. And they had to quit, right? Speak to U.S. terms, right? Jim Neville had to quit. So what happens is you tap out, and depending on the lawyers against you, correct me if I'm right, they're going to say all this doesn't matter that it's hemp and this, right, that belongs to the festival. It doesn't belong to you. Mm-hmm. So you got to quit and take your IP and go protect it. You're going to be the biggest supporter of it, but you're not going to run it.
Yeah.
So this is, you got to go be you. And then on the other side of it, this actually won't be a trust probably, or it could be a trust, but it will build into a foundation. So think Gates and Buffett, right? They have trust, but ultimately to flow the family's wealth, especially to that level, it's going to be more of a foundation structure.
That will be down the line.
Yeah.
You want it secondarily after you start to have big tax problems, and then you create the foundation to balance the incomes and growth.
Yeah.
Isn't this exciting?
It's really exciting.
But it's a pretty rare person who gets to sit in that chair and want that goal, and there's a way to have it. There's a lot of people who will sit in that chair, and we will look at each other and say, not possible. Not from the place that they stand today. And I'll just say, from where you stand today, Pearl, that wouldn't be possible. But you could stand somewhere else in a year, and it could be possible. But today, it would be a no, and we'd say no. I know that sounds... We never take away your goal, but we put some reality to it. There's reality to what you would have because of this industry that is going to outperform even just, well, the cryptos are figuring themselves out, and even this is all figuring itself out. This is right in front of you, and it's today.
And we have a great brand. The brand's already built. The
following's already built.
Yeah. People love it. We've got great connections in the industry, so we're off to a really good start. I feel great.
Well, it's interesting how you backed into it.
I'm just about to take on money. I just finished the business plan. I was just about to start going out and bringing in investment into it, but I haven't done it yet. Something's been holding me back.
Just meeting us.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, maybe.
Yeah.
Does that scare you that we validate you?
No. Actually, it makes me feel really good. Thank you. And I'm a very big believer, and if you knew what was going on here and the fact that I've been having problems sleeping the last 2 nights because I have this gut feeling telling me to quit, but I've spent 8 years building this festival that most people say is the most important thing that happens culturally in Las Vegas.
It can stay. It has to stay. Because part of this is going to be a vehicle to help fund that.
That's why part of the reason
But
I
then
started
you get
this
to
was
do-
that it would be the primary funding vehicle for this.
Right, but this isn't going to be you anymore. Somebody else can run that. Somebody else needs that 72 grand, not you.
Yes.
You got other things to do.
It's such a, you have an amazing playground, and there's just so much going on, and that's one of the things you need to move fast on the business stuff. the structuring, usually we want to get certain things in place. You have so much in place that the road mapping, I think, is going to be the most critical, because you don't want to build something that's really important like this year and then just throw it away to rebuild later. But so I would be running with
This is at least a day strategy around the
polishing
structure.
the business plan, polishing the products and what's going to be delivered where, and that should be a fast run, probably one-on-one, I don't know.
Very quickly.
And then we're a little bit behind, but that's got to go. The rocket's got to take off, and then we'll start filling in with structuring. But road mapping.
Yeah, and we
at
got
the
to fix
same
that.
time.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Those are all easy. What else? Mike's got to go.
Well, it's going to be the same thing. I mean, you need some tools in place. First off, I mean,
Solo?
you need to solo K for sure. Need to move that 45K that's really doing nothing for you right now, and actually move that to self-directed Roth IRA.
And the 10.
Yep, the 10 is
Right,
going
so
to go
those all
into that
come up.
solo K. The Roth IRA, we need to start a new self-directed Roth IRA. Need to actually kind of look into some different type of strategies to actually utilize it for what you're going to be going forward with. So it's not just going to be, oh yeah, I have 10K in a traditional IRA, I forgot about that, or oh yeah, there's 45K in a Roth. We need to actually make it grow, especially that Roth, because you've already paid the taxes on it. Let's make it grow to get to that point where it should be.
Yeah, my most recent thought was to buy gold in there.
Well, that's where it comes down to, like, there's
Doesn't
different types.
transact that.
Of course, the world's your oyster when it comes down to that. There's few limitations, but you're going to learn about all these different opportunities that could be a little bit more passive for you if that's one
Why
of
do you
your
like
goals.
gold?
This company that I'm invested in here, the fintech company, is gold backed.
the
So
gold.
I've been,
Got it.
yeah, so I've been really following gold lately, and from what I'm learning, countries are buying it up. We're going to go back to gold standard. It's the only currency that has ever lasted in human history. I think gold's going to really keep going high.
Okay?
And it's outside of the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love about it the most.
Okay,
And
what
then
else?
the other side too. I mean,
You
we
want
might have to look
HSA on
for-
there?
Yeah, HSA of course is going to be really important to put on there.
That's
and then
health
we can
savings
take a look
account.
at mom and dad too. You know, if
Yeah, I
that's
need
something
that.
that's going to be, because it kind of seems that that's a really big part. Like the family is a really big part of what your goals are and so forth.
Yes.
So we might want to take a look at that so we can take a look at how you guys can actually make some tax-free money together. Actually.
Blueprint.
Yeah, definitely a blueprint, showing how the companies can interact with one another.
Do you have any partners in this? Is this just you?
I have no business partners left.
Okay. And no entanglements with them that we have to get rid of?
Oh, actually,
Clean
that's
up.
not true. So I have, but this holding company, I sold most of my equity back to my investor partner. I've got one partner in the holding company, and then we
Is-
have other partners in the festival, but I don't even know what it's worth. That one's messy. That I
Okay.
could just walk away from.
Or just clean it up?
Yeah.
The thing when you walk away, especially if you have big goals, is those little things, if it's not buttoned up, that can follow you.
I don't mean just walk away and forget about it. I mean close it out.
Close it
Yeah.
properly. Okay.
I'm not
All right.
attached
All right. Just
to
so
owning that equity in
We're
the
clear.
festival
Okay.
anymore.
All right. Okay. So the only other thing I would say would be, Randy, anything to add to this? So what will be fun over here for you is to do similar, what we did for Ray, which is, what's the diversity off of this, right? So is it land? Is it actually owning the farms? Short run, no is the answer. We already researched that, right? So is it land? Is it other real estate? Is it gas and oil? Or is it the water that comes out? So when you pull gas out of oil, when you pump a well, gas, oil, and water comes out. The oil and the gas is sellable. The water is now sellable and actually has the same tax advantages.
Yeah.
Right? It could be cannabis. I mean, I don't know. But this is important just for the diversity of this. You know what I mean? So, like, some of it would be smart to have it diversified.
I'm shopping for this in Colombia
Okay.
already. So it's probably land would be,
So you have other
extent.
assets. So it's not just all tied to one.
yeah.
Okay. But that's,
Okay.
as this moves. Anything else? So what do you want to do?
I want to run fast.
Okay. So you'll do the table with a lot of private coaching. And I'm serious about the book. We're writing a book next week, and it's going to lead, it's in hemp, with the largest hemp branded farmers in the country.
Amazing.
And there are capital raisers. But you have a whole different spin to the book. And I kind of know how to publish a book.
Yeah, I've seen.
And Patty, we're going to do a book in about 3.5 hours. Because here's how you write books. You guys ready for the golden ticket? Nobody tells you. You talk it. And we have a world-leading writer. He's been my writer. He's been Jack Canfield's writer. He's been a lot of people's writer. He's wrote for Brian Tracy. He's wrote for Tony Robbins. So he's my writer, too, on this book. So he will be meeting us. We're meeting in Dallas. And for 5 hours, we're all going to talk. From the best hemp farmers and growers, you'll be on the consumer side. I'm going to be the promoter, capital raisers. And the whole book will come out smart capital, smart money, and hemp. It'll be
Amazing.
out by Christmas.
You run fast.
We run really fast.
I like that.
Like, keep up. So literally, so seriously, that's how you write a book. You talk it, and you hire somebody like I hired, and they transcribe it, and they make it look like those amazing books. Like, I don't know what the cover's like. That's the least, I don't even know what the name is. Like, that comes later. That comes by focus groups. You put out focus groups. And like, the 2 days before we had to go to print, the Millionaire Maker was out on a big public forum for a vote. Like, that was going to be like Women in Money or some quirky thing, and that was the voting title. So 48 hours before print, the focus group said she needs to be the Millionaire Maker, and voila, we are the Millionaire Maker. We got the print, we did it. And so none of that matters to you. What matters to you is the content as fast as you can get it out. Let people who know how to make it look like that, print like that, organize like that. That's their job. Well, we do have other jobs. And it goes very, very quickly on the right team. So if you're trying to do it all by yourself and struggle along and then type it is ridiculous. You might as well chew glass. This is painful. Like I do, right? Because then you reread it and say, that's not what that's not how I wanted to say it. And so then you just keep repeating the same drama versus just a conversation recorded creates the best books that have ever been written. And no one person writes a book. Okay, so you in? Are you going to be part of this team?
I'm in.
Okay. Welcome, new partner. How fun, huh? How fun. All right.